Greetings everybody, this is Eldad Amara back with another video. This is going to be a short video. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe and share. Most of all, subscribe to my channel. That way, every time I release a new video, you will be notified of it. And listen man, I got some really good videos that's coming out. So please stay in tune. And also, please share my videos with other like-minded people. If you know people who have the same sort of like mind and same interests, please share my video also with those people. Right, today I want to talk about society. Listen, we are becoming a society where we're more and more divided. This is something that's been done deliberately by world governments. If you look right now, we have what I call a three-tier system. A three-tier system which is really only two tiers when you really look at it in more detail. You have those people who are asleep and they do not want to wake up. They are happy with their surroundings. They are happy with everything that the government are telling them. They follow everything that the law tells them and they stay in line. They believe everything that is put on TV, everything that's going through social media, everything that's in your magazines. Yeah, those people are also the ones who sit there almost every night watching all these entertainment channels. Right, they'll go out and they'll buy the latest iPhones, the latest videos. Yeah. The latest shoes and all the rest of it, and they feel quite happy and content. They believe everything the government is telling them. They don't question it. Yeah, if someone tells them to go out and get their, you know what I'm talking about, they go out and they get it and they do not question why they're getting it or what's actually in this thing that they're getting. Right? Any normal person, if somebody's going to inject something into you, you're going to ask the question, what is in it? All these people queuing up, all these people lining up, yeah, like cows or like sheep waiting to take a certain thing. Another thing what the government wants is us to be socially distanced apart. So when this thing had come in, these people made sure that we separated out 6 feet apart. We had to be 6 feet apart. You weren't allowed to touch anything without, you weren't allowed to touch anything without first doing this. Yeah, you weren't even allowed to go and talk to your neighbor. You couldn't talk to your family. Can you not see how this government, and it's not just UK government, it's not just American government, it's not just Chinese government, it's not just Japanese government, it's not just Brazilian government, it's not just African government, it's not just Argentinian government, it's a whole complete world has fallen into this thing, and everybody just seems so satisfied. Yeah, and they follow, and I'm not talking about everybody, I'm talking about the 80%. They just follow along like sheep and they don't question anything. I'll tell you this now, they pretend that they're really happy with their life and things are going and they feel quite content. But why is it then, if that's the case, every 4 to 5 years you go out and you vote? What are you voting for? You're voting for change. You're hoping that your party, you are hoping that your local elections and those people that you have voted for will change things for you. Yeah, whether it's better schools, whether it is better housing, whether it's a better transport system, But are these things that you've been voting for, have they come into fruition? You see, every time a government gets in power, you know what they do? They have their own agenda, so they follow their own agenda. Did you ask for surveillance? Did you ask for more surveillance? This government had a local election recently, right? A local election, and guess what? When they went to the Houses of Parliament, the things that they've put as enforcement or for new laws to come in, one of them included surveillance. More surveillance, as though we are not being surveilled enough. Look how much surveillance there is around us right now. Cameras everywhere. Every shop you go to, there's a camera watching you, right? When you go to the airport, you got to take off your shoes, yeah? You got to take off your socks sometime. You got to go into a scanning machine and put your hands over your head, right? And they scan you. You go to a shop and you buy a product, they're scanning everything that you're buying. You buy petrol and they're scanning that. Your friends, they're watching your friends, because when you send a picture over social media, right, they can grab it out of the air. This is the government, yeah? And organizations such as the MI5 and MI6, they can grab information right out of the air before it reaches a person that you have sent this picture to, or a text that you sent to someone. They've got a whole heap of information on you. Why do you want more surveillance? Did you vote this in? Tell the truth. Did you vote in things like smart meters? Because that's another thing. These smart meters, do you know that they can control the temperature of your house externally? You don't need to be in your home. For these companies who now come in and put smart meters into your house, they know exactly where you are within your house. They know exactly where you are, yeah? When you're not even in your house, they know how much water you're using. They know how much gas, how much electricity you're using. They know what room you're in. You tell me if this is not surveillance. Them smartwatches that you wear to keep yourself fit, and it's got your temperature, it's got your weight and how much calories you're burning and all that. Right? Don't bother thinking that that is not going back to some computer that's watching every aspect of your life and what you're doing. When you're going running, yeah, when you're walking up steps, when you're sleeping, and all the rest of it. They know, because you've put more smart technology on yourself, which means that they got even more surveillance and control over you. Now you've got these vans driving around, yeah, with no electricity. You can order a good from this certain company. It begins with an A, but I'm not going to say the name of the company, okay, for legal reasons. And you can order something and next day it will come. The next day it will come. Okay? You could order a pair of shoes. You could order a bike. You could order clothing. You could order food. All of this stuff. And the next day, if not the next day, the day after, right, this stuff will be delivered to your door. You don't have to even go out shopping now. That's how much we have become lazy and dependent on the system. You don't even have to go out shopping now, because you can get a lot of stuff on this A site. Yeah, you've got also taxi drivers literally sat outside your home. Yeah, these Ubert, you know what I'm talking about, Ubert. I'm not going to say the proper name. You can order these taxis, which are outdoing other taxi services. Yeah? Do you want this kind of society. Listen, if you're working now in the office, they got this thing and they call it Microsoft Viva. Microsoft Viva, I think that's the name, but the last name is definitely Viva, right? And you're sat there on your computer and you're typing away, and this machine can tell how many strokes you're using per minute. It knows when you got up and moved away from your computer, right? And when you've come back to your computer, it knows the tasks that you need to do for the day and recommends certain things that you can do to improve, yeah, on certain tasks. This is all on this Viva machine. It's got like these graphs as well on there, yeah. It shows you graphs with trends, yeah, booms and slumps in your work performance. It tells you you haven't done a particular letter, you haven't sent out this particular email to a certain person, right? This Viva is watching everything you're doing in your workplace. Now they've got avatars in the workplace in the UK right now. I've been talking about avatars for the longest of times, yeah? Avatars. This is an avatar. This body here is an avatar. Right? In the workplace now, they're starting to use avatars. Right? Soon they won't need this body. All they'll need is your consciousness, your thoughts and ideas. Yeah? And use an image of you. Something that looks like you, but it's not physically you. It's just an avatar. An avatar. Look up avatar and what the government are trying to do with these avatars. I noticed just the other day, the group ABBA, they're having some kind of concerts using avatars. I've been telling people for the longest of time, but people still aren't waking up. They're accepting of all these systems, avatars and that. People want to follow their most favourite film stars and pop stars, yeah, and artists and people that they look up to in the media. If they think these things are okay to have avatars, to have a microchip and all the rest of it put inside of themselves, then you think it's okay too. So what do? You get up and you go and you have a microchip put inside yourself. You follow these avatar programs, yeah. Now people are merging themselves, yeah, with machines, merging themselves with machines, a part machine and parts human, androids. Soon, this whole body will not belong to you. But you see, now you got the 80%, that's the ones that's still asleep. You got another group that sit in between, right? Which are the ones who's sitting on the fence. They know what's going on, but they think, you know what? I don't think I can change the system. I don't think I can change the system. And they live just like the 80%. They live out of fear. They live out of fear. They don't want to see their homes taken away from them. They think they've got a really good job, yeah? So they don't want to see those things taken away from them. They don't want to stand up and fight for their rights. They can see the things that's going wrong in society, but they don't want to get up and challenge, yeah? They don't want to end up being the ones who are slandered in some way, right? Who are put down, who are character assassinated. So they stay in between those people, the 80%, and the awoken ones, who I'm going to talk about in a minute. These people who know what's going on, but they don't want to change anything, or they'd rather see somebody else do the dirty work and then them get something back for it. Yeah? These people are the worst. Because at least with most people, the 80% that are asleep, they actually believe in the system. They actually believe in the government. Yeah? They believe in their actors. But these other people, the ones that sit on the fence, they kind of know what's really going on, but they don't want to do anything. They remain passive. They are worse because they know what's going on and they don't want to change anything. Now, you've got the 1%, the awoken ones. The awoken ones, they make up 1% of the population, right? These people are the ones awoken to see what's really going on. They want to see change in society. They're trying to help their fellow man. But you know what? Fellow man don't want to follow them. Everyone else is looking at these 1%ers as troublemakers, as people who are off their heads, as conspiritual theorists. Yeah? But these people are awake and can see what is really going on in society and what is coming. People, as I said, are losing their jobs. They're losing their homes. They've been divided into communities. Now they're starting to build these smart cities. Yeah? Smart cities where people be locked in these smart cities. Remember I keep telling you about a world of no touch? Alright? A world of no touch is what these people, these governments and these scientists are in charge of us. They want a touchless societies. Now you got sex robots. You got sex robots. Do you hear what I'm telling you? You've got robots in this factory that I was talking about earlier on, the A factory, right? That's why things can be knocked out so quickly and they'll be at your house the next day. Because they got these robots that are doing the job. The robots are picking up things and moving them into places, yeah? These robots. What's wrong with human beings? Why aren't human beings doing these jobs? Banks are being closed down, and what's taking their place, yeah, is these ATM machines. Soon there'll be no banks. They're closing down the post office where people are working, because what's taking the jobs of the people in the post office are these AI machines. So what does that mean for us as human beings long term? What does it mean for us? You need to seriously think about that, right? The awoken ones, the awake ones, and those waking up are starting to see the bullshit. That's right. They're starting to see the bullshit of the system. The one world order is slowly closing in, right? They're slowly closing in to form one government, one world system, one world order. And you can't see it. Those in the middle, the 9%ers I call them, they can see it, but they don't want to do nothing about it because they're afraid. They're afraid. And they don't want to be stigmatized, yeah, or character assassinated. So they sit on the fence. And some of the 80%, some of them also know what's going on, but they also don't want to change the system. They think that they're powerless when we are multiple dimensional human beings. We're multiple dimensional human beings. Okay? We just come to Earth for an experience. We didn't come down here for people to control us, to tell us what to do. Now these 1%ers, they're starting to get together. Another thing what they're starting to do is live off grid. Many of them. That's right, to live off grid. to grow their own food, yeah, to grow their own livestock, building their own houses, putting up fences around their property to guard their property, right? And they're living more of a communal life. Okay? They've come off grid. Those who can't actually afford to come off grid, what they have done is they're still living in society, but not of society. Like Bob Marley turned around and he said, I live in this world, but I'm not of this world. I live in this world, but I'm not of this world. I can live in the world, but don't have to follow all the rules and procedures, regulations, right? And follow a bunch of bullshit idiots, right? Who want to try and control us, right? Want to put us into these little boxes. We are beings, and we're only going to be here once on this planet, right? The people who's in charge of us want to own and control us and stop us from mere existence. We are soon going to see people being put into camps, put into internment. This sounds like something that Hitler was doing back in his days. They're starting to put people into camps, Athena camps. Those people who go out against government, this is what's going to end up with them, right? They're going to go missing. They're going to go missing, or they're going to end up in these FEMA camps. Believe what I'm telling you. Trust. So it's time for you to wake up. Do you want this world as it's coming for you and your kids? Do you want a world that's going to be controlled by robots? Because where is the existence of humanity going to fit inside of all this? Right? There's a thing called Agenda 21, and you need to read up on it. Agenda 21. Right? And also another agenda, Agenda 2030. The world is not looking good. And these people who are controlling us, right, they want to, did you hear me? They want to believe, trust, wake up, wake up, wake up before it's too late. As I said a minute ago, ABBA. There's a lot of people who follow ABBA, yeah? That pop group ABBA. They've just created avatars of themselves. Listen, in the past, in my prophecies about things like this coming, and it's funny they're coming to fruition now. You're going to start seeing concerts, right, with not real bands on stage. It will be done by some kind of 5D or 3D, yeah? You'll have these people on stage, alright, but it's going to be done via virtual reality. They don't need to turn up in person. There's a whole heap of shit that's coming out, and it's been rolled out really quickly. You see that last full moon, that blood red moon of this month, May? That's highly significant. It's highly significant to the events to unfold within the next few years leading right up to 2030 and beyond. So wake the fuck up. Wake up. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. Eldad Amara. I don't do this for money. I do this for the soul. I do not do this for the money. I do this for the soul. Before I go, if you like this video, you might like this one, or you might like this one, or you might like this one, or you might like this one. Have a look. These videos are interrelated.
This is a tune by 909 Series B, entitled Rat Race. Yeah, UK baby. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, no time to waste. We're living in a rat race, no time to waste. We're living in a rat race, cyberspace. Standing from a distance, what's peeps? There's no resistance, never question authority. That bother me. Guess I'm a minority, like ants in the colony. Like change, stood still, like ghosts on the hill, trying to take a color pill, feel ill. Like a soldier being drilled, some killed by bills, lost their will. Hear the skids of a car wheel. Toddler alone, walks up an hill, potential road ill, makes my heart chill. Nobody asks, are you okay? It could be the offspring, don't know what to say. How about okay? Kids looking brazen, know what they're facing. Leaves like a carousel, oh well, like a dog chasing tail. Might as well read braille. Aging kids, hair look Caucasian, lies deep like a basin, where the conflicts of being Asian. Everybody, time wasted, time wasted. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, no time to waste. We're living in a rat race, no time to waste. We're living in a rat race, cyberspace. People walk with a fixed stare, who's fair? Fair in a nightmare, daymare with a cold stare, cold flare. Should I drink cold beer? Where's Tony Blair? Faces strained like their own cocaine. Need to open up their right brain. Young girl so vain, forgot she had a brain. Looking in the mirror at her name, too vain. To her boyfriend saying, son's in the street praying, praying, while others in the bus lane. Car towed by a crane, car towed by a crane. Man eyes dark like coal, like he lost his soul. Ice cold like the North Pole. Years on the job, now on the dole. Feels old, police copters tiled the sky, watching all with their infrared eye. Like the old city's guilty, paying tax but the streets still filthy. State still guilty, vacant. Sat in the doorway, my vacant. Can't be sold, nobody got the patent. See an ambulance, you're in the patients. If they can't pay, out the next day. Teens in the hood, nowhere to play. Stood in the park, drinking Alizé. MPs with faith, Dr. Dre. Couple see the hoodies, walk the other way. Stereotyping, is that okay? Teens eating a Big Mac, pretend to heart attack. Food stodgy, health condition dodgy. Peeps in a rat race, no smile on the face. Jobs and owns can't keep pace. The money state waste can't be traced. It can't be traced. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, rat race. We're living in a rat race, no time place. We're living in a rat race, no time to waste. We're living in a rat race, cyberspace.